Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we are back to Enslaved, Odyssey to the West. So Monkey was de-enslaved in the cutscene at the end of last recording, and he told Trip to turn the enslavement headband, the control headband, back on. And we are on top of the Leviathan, in the Leviathan, and we're going to fight Pyramid, which is spewing out flying robots that they're calling leeches. This might be the end. This is definitely our last chance to upgrade, and we are short on upgrades. I think we are in Egypt, but it's hard to tell. We might be in Nevada. So.
Hey, these leeches! What are they doing?
They're sucking the power out of the Leviathan.
Alright. So, here's the issue we're gonna run into pretty consistently is we're gonna run out of shots.
Looks like they're gonna make a make of their own.
A giant scorpion.
I'm charging up the main cannon.
So why are there collectibles to collect when you can't upgrade them? He's charging up the main cannon. I don't know what that's going to do, but we'll assume it means something bad, and I assume this means I'm supposed to go this direction.
Main cannon at 25%. More leeches.
Monkey, shoot them off before they drain all our power.
So we do have a shield and life bar for the Leviathan, but it does feel also like we're not really focusing on doing. I better be careful. I almost died. I'm at half health now, and the question will be, can I regenerate that half health before I get into a fight? I need to be a lot more careful.
Firing cannon now. Get ready. This is gonna be noisy. This mech is awesome. We took out the entire might of the palace in one, I tell you. Ain't so sure.
There's more of these scorpion mechs.
We're screwed.
Well, his tune sure changed.
Charging the main cannon. Monkey, keep blasting those leeches off our back. We're gonna need all the power we can get it. No problem.
Look out! Airborne mechs!
I should be using the staff attack only because that would actually be faster. I should just come over here and then shoot these guys and then do this. This will work too, I guess. Like, the game had intended for me to take that guy out before the other guys attacked. And there might be some masks I'm gonna miss in this. Almost certainly I have missed some masks already. Interesting that my shadow is actually being rendered. Like, you could probably have turned off shadow rendering and gotten better performance in a game like this with very few people even noticing. But this game does feel very experimental for a 7-year-old game. Particularly for Team Ninja, who really had only made 2 games before this. Heavenly Sword being the only one under the name Team Ninja. Heavenly Sword was a lot less ambitious It was full of quick time events. We really haven't had any quick time events in this game. It was built only around a similar light, heavy, and quick attack style of fighting.
The other two are almost on us. We're never gonna make it.
Monkey, are you okay out there?
Don't worry about me. Just make sure you shoot those goddamn mechs.
Come on, hit it! Ah! Yeah, the shooting and aiming on this isn't that great. Oh, come down here. I think there's 3 of these in each level. What if the story reveal, if we even get a story reveal, which is slightly questionable if we will, is that humans all moved to the pyramid because of some form of disaster or something.
Main cannon at 25%.
Let's get some more stunning shots. Is there anything else I can collect? I guess not. Just run right through the flames like it's nothing.
Main cannon at 50%.
Somebody probably spent a lot of time to get that monkey-like swinging around climbing animation, and then
Main cannon at 75%.
you probably didn't get to ever use that animation ever again, because how many games do you play as a monkey-like character? Not that many since this game came out.
Ready to fire.
There was certainly a lot of monkey-like characters in the old days in Nintendo-style games. See, that seemed like that was just the same animation twice. Yeah, and just save yourself some time, take the damage. As long as I don't die, it's not even an issue. And this is with just level 2 health regen. Level 3 health regen is probably even crazier. I'm moving kind of fast. There's a decent chance that I'm gonna miss something.
50%.
Dixie, it's getting really close.
Just hold your nerve.
No.
Main cannon at 75%.
Now it's nearly on us.
Yeah. In a minute it'll be stardust.
Come on. I'm gonna get killed if I'm not careful. Gotta get the shield down, and I don't want to use any of my was that supposed to happen, or did I fail? Wow, his legs are giant buzzsaws. This is too much of a scene for a you failed scenario.
Are you guys okay?
We're okay, but we've lost the cannon.
We're in serious trouble now.
Talk to me, guys. What the hell are we gonna do?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out.
Hey,
Let's try something
that's
crazy
fine.
here.
I'm having some real fun out here, you know?
Okay, I think I've got a plan. According to the schematics, that thing is right over the fuel exhaust, which is flammable.
She's right, Monkey. Open up the valves and send light to it.
Okay, but how am I gonna do that?
Like,
Use the valve.
So I'm in the wrong place. At least I'm at the wrong place for now. I should have gone right instead of left.
Okay, it's venting gas. Set light to it.
I'm gonna have to find an angle I can hit it. I'm hearing a lot of thunder and lightning in this area. I imagine that has something to do with the pyramid.
It's still alive!
No, you've damaged it. You've blown off sections of the shielding. Now shoot it with your staff.
Alright, fine.
Damn it, I can't hit the target from here. I need to get higher up. Trip, help me out!
Let's assume that this is the way to go.
We're taking damage. Okay, yes. There's some kind of hydraulic platform system.
Seriously? I'm in the wrong place again? I am just wrong direction every time. Didn't even need to climb up that one. And now I can shoot his arms. And I only have 4 shots, by the way, so a miss could be devastating. I like the animation on this monster. It's a shame they only showed up at the very end. Again, you could have had these guys show up at the beginning and then, you know, in the backgrounds of several other sections of gameplay.
I think I've just pissed it off. Holy shit! Gotta get out of here.
What was I supposed to do there? I've seen this loading screen way too often. Much like Heavenly Sword, this game probably looks a lot better than it plays. Which is kind of ironic because they did make an anime movie of Heavenly Sword several years later. And they didn't put the good parts of the game in it. Instead they reshot some of it or re-recorded some of the dialogue work.
It ain't giving up.
With worse actors than the voice actors they had in the game. I don't know if it sounded like it was some kind of licensing thing going wrong. But they didn't even reuse the same animated cutscenes from the game. So, 4th time's the charm. This has to be what they intended. What am I trying to hit here? Am I supposed to be running further away?
Hurry! Turn the other valve on.
Oh nope, there is another valve that way. Well, I was about to run this direction. And I have 25 of these shots, but it wouldn't do anything to them.
Okay, hit it again with the burning fuel.
Or... Is the scorpion really doing any damage to the Leviathan? And if one scorpion can do damage to this, can they really take on all of the pyramid? And why weren't they using the main cannon against the pyramid in the first place?
Man, are you telling me I gotta go back up there?
Yeah, you do. Monkey, we're taking damage.
Yeah, they're about at half health. These feel like they're just gonna constantly happen. So this might be a really great place to grind if you just wanted to fight an infinite number of enemies and get tech points for it. Come on, don't move. Don't move. I got 2 more shots. And let's just assume we need to run.
Here we go again. Come on, monkey.
Come on. And I think what's going to happen is we'll end up needing to turn on.
What's going on?
Oh my goodness, did I die? I did. I died because I tried to jump away.
What's going on?
It's retreating! You did it, monkey!
No, I died because I was jumping and it went to a cutscene. Thus, I fell to my death. As you can see here, in that instance, I was also being hit by a creature.
No, it's coming back.
Like, what are these things created for other than destroying things? Like, digging?
Hey, Trip, what do we do?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. I see no reason why you would design a robot like this other than to destroy
Try
things.
shooting them. I'm marking them for you now. Monkey, try to cut through.
Let's not die. Seems like there's now a new path I'm gonna have to use to get behind him. Where's this new path? Come on, game. Come on. Where's the path? Like, he's back on this side. So I actually do need to go this way. Let's... Where is this path? It's somehow that way, but... like, none of this looks right. Yeah, and I don't think it is this way. Well, that's one way to die, at least. This game has several instances of that where you're gonna die and it's not particularly your fault, or you're gonna die because it's just a particularly difficult game. His left leg puts me right here on this pipe. Right. So it's this pipe. Well, at least I figured it out this time. Yeah, so it's really hard to have a fun experience or that cinematic experience when the game is going to be cruelly difficult to you. And playing this on easy I don't think would have helped, because almost every time I've died, it's been like, every time I've died it's been a instant kill death, not a health bar related death. And the fact that the game has two different ways you could die goes to show you something. Alright. Let's get some health. Let's get some shots. Come on. I'm having a hard time getting good shots in here. Infinite number of health. Infinite number of everything else. And I don't have any more shots, I don't think. Come on.
It hasn't worked. It's still alive. What are we gonna do?
I'm gonna finish this. I am gonna finish this. See that gun on its tail? I'm gonna rip it off. Then I'm gonna blow its frickin' brains out.
Because I am Duke Nukem, what, the Doomslayer, or any other of the many super macho badass guys that we had back in the day for games like this. Except for he doesn't even have a cool name. He's Monkey. Unless his cloud saves him. Chopped off his own head. That part should have just been a cutscene.
5 more. Big one destroyed. Shields at 4%. We got no chance.
What are we gonna do?
I have one last plan. What would happen if I rerouted all weapons power to the engine?
The whole thing would blow up.
Take a monkey. It's the only way.
It's not the only way!
You have to be clear of the blast radius.
Monkey!
take her how? Like, we don't even have our motorcycle anymore. Is there another escape pod? Nope, he's just carrying her. So they're on rock. And they didn't get stepped on locally. So it doesn't seem like we're even gonna see who's in the pyramid or what happens. So you could potentially make a sequel to this if anybody remembered this game, but sadly they don't. Interesting little blood splatter, it seemed like, on top of the explosions. Are we going to get a final chapter in which we go into the pyramid and free all the slaves?
Put me down.
It'd be kind of funny if the pyramid was nothing, just a facade. Nothing in it at all. Doesn't even seem like we're gonna get the end of the game or a final boss fight. Are they connecting everybody's brain?
Is this him? Is this the man behind it all?
Stop. What are you doing here? Why are you attacking me?
Who are you?
I am Pyramid.
It's you who's been attacking us. Enslaving us.
I have enslaved no one. I rescue people from the wasteland. I give them life.
And this is just like
What do you
full
mean?
motion
You do not
video.
understand what Pyramid is. I can explain. Pyramid is the memories of one man who lived before the war. We store his memories of the world that once was. I am Pyramid. I am that man. But I am more than a memory. I am more than an archive. I am an arc.
These pictures. That's what I've been seeing. Through the headband.
You are seeing the world that they share with me. They are not slaves. They are citizens.
They executed
jobs.
one guy
They have marriages.
very
They
quickly
bring
at
up
the
their
beginning of the
children.
game.
Their children
For
go to schools.
slightly
You have no
helping him.
schools. You have mechs. Your world is a wasteland in which you fight to survive.
And the controller is
is
vibrating
a
a
world
lot
in
for no
which you
reason.
can live.
But you are destroying this world for the sake of the old one.
See for yourself. See what they have before you take it away. Go on. Go on. Put on the mask.
Monkey!
Just wait. Trust me.
150-year-old man. Somewhat believable, I guess.
Monkey? Monkey!
It's beautiful.
So is this gonna destroy all the mechs and give society a chance to rebuild?
It's done.
So he was offering a beautiful lie. She just wanted revenge for her father. Pretty unnoble things. And pretty obvious storylines. And at least now the world will have people in it. This game's been very, very empty. Pyramid's an appropriate term, since a pyramid is kind of this monument to a dead pharaoh or a dead age. So it's good symbolism in the storytelling. They don't even give you like a choice, oddly. Like, if this game had come out maybe a couple of years later, they most definitely would have given you a choice to decide whether you wanted to stay in Pyramid or not. So we're quickly going through the credits, and you can see that Team Ninja never was a super small company. It's still a small indie company. It's not like indies you would see in 2017 where it's 10 people, 3 people that made the whole game. I doubt 3 people could get the level of animation and just the length of this game. Instead, you'd probably have something much closer to Submerged, where it's a much smaller area with no fighting mechanic and just climbing and collecting. Bandai Namco published this, and in having a publisher and not independently publishing your own indie game, I think it probably is the reason why there was 14 chapters in this game, because some of the chapters were pretty short, and it's almost certainly the reason why there's so many collectibles. But there is this very weird event here where it does feel like they took a lot of technology from Heavenly Sword and brought it to this game, and then they took a game that was going to be just a regular Journey to the West story and brought it into this game, and then they took what was going to be a futuristic first-person shooter game and brought it to these games, and they took those 3 elements and merged them together into something that they could sell and have a finished product for. And for the most part, that's what they did have here, although we ran into some bugs and the game is a little rough and the writing was pretty bad until we started getting some good writing about after 2/3 of the way through the game. I don't know how Journey to the West ends as one of the great Chinese novels, so I don't know if Pyramid or any of that has anything really to do with what happened, if there's some kind of analogy there. we're getting some decent music playing over the credits. Hopefully YouTube copyright doesn't eliminate all of that so you can't hear it, but we'll see. Yeah, for a 7-year-old game, that's probably slightly below average, but for the most part average length of people that worked on the game. But for a modern AAA game, which was what this was trying to be, it's a little rough. It doesn't quite stand up, but it's not terrible either. You're not trying to play something like an original Xbox release like Perfect Dark or Halo 1, which, while beloved, those games look really bad. And this actually looks really good. So we could do chapter selects, and in the chapter selects we can see how much we collected and didn't collect, and yeah, for the most part we're averaging like close to 95% of all the collectibles, and we still can unlock and upgrade everything. So I don't know if I got 100% of everything that would help, and I certainly don't think that's worth it. Finding all the masks meant nothing. Very disappointing. The story in general, except for the Pigsy stuff, is very disappointing, which is fine, I guess. The game is still worth playing. Maybe I would say save yourself a little bit of frustration and just play it on easy now that I've gone through it. And we now have the Pigsy's Perfect 10 DLC that we can start next time, and we'll see how we can mess around with Classic Monkey versus Ninja Monkey versus Sexy Robot Trip, which seems like that only works as an outfit in this DLC, which will be a prequel. Obviously it has to be a prequel because it's about Pigsy, and Pigsy obviously died there. This game, with just better writing, could have been majorly improved. It's also a little shame that there isn't a definitive edition patch out there to just improve the graphics a little bit and get this name out there again. But nobody remembers this game, and it's kind of for a reason. It never got any sequels. It didn't catch a lot of critical people's eyes. It probably came out in between some releases of some other big games, and it just got lost in the shuffle, which doesn't happen a lot in the video game industry, but it does happen. Well, that's going to be it for this recording. We'll start the DLC next time. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.